In this video, I'm going to show you how I made prints using linoleum blocks, both one single color and multiple colors. So each of these prints is made with a plate like this. This is like a soft linoleum block. It's kind of like, feels like an eraser. It's like making a stamp. And for each of these prints that you do, you have to do a separate block for each color. I kind of like to do one color that's sort of an outline, so I have the option of doing just the black and white, like this, or I can add layers and add colors to it, like you see here. So I start out by drawing this and then carving away the negative space. Like this particular drawing was of some sunflowers that were growing in my garden, so I snapped a picture on my phone and just used my phone as a reference and drew directly onto the surface of the plate. And since this plate is going to be the main outline of my picture, I am going to carve away anything that is not a black line that I drew. It's pretty time consuming, but this is the way you do it. As you can see here, this type of plate is really easy to carve using this chisel tool that you can get at a craft store. It just carves right up. It's very buttery and soft and easy to do. Just be careful not to carve towards your own hand. You can also change the tip of the chisel so that it's a different size to help you with different shapes that you might be carving in your drawing. Once I was done carving the main outline, I was actually able to use the back of the plate for the next color I wanted to use in the process, which happened to be green. Basically, I transferred the original image onto here by inking this up, printing it on a sheet, and while the ink was still wet, pressing this so that the image transferred here. And I could just barely see the whole image, which you can't really see anymore. And then I carved away everything that wasn't gonna be green. So this would print and it would be basically kind of like this, if you imagine the outlines not being there, because this is only two colors. It's this green and then this and in black on top of it. So this is a 2-color process. This one has 3 colors, so I had to get another one of these things. Let's see, which one is it? This one. So this is my yellow for the sunflowers one, which obviously you don't have to always do it yellow. I did it some other colors some other times just to play around. Ink this up with yellow, print it, and then I always do the black last so that like wherever the yellow and the green might overlap, the black outlines kind of clean it up. I think I did green first, and then I did yellow, and then I also did a blue or a sky, which could be a lot of colors. I used the back of this little half one, and again transferred the image and carved away everything that wasn't going to be blue. So this little half one can get inked up and printed like boom, like that, and that puts the sky color if I want sky, or I can leave it blank like this one. So each of these has to be really thought through. The sunflower ones had a little more color process than these ones that were the okra, which I worked on today. So the okra, here's the original outline, so the black outline. And on the back, I have the green, or kind of your like background color, and you can see I carved away anything that wasn't going to be green. And then I have I used the back of this one for this one, and it's basically these two are the opposites of each other because I wanted this to print every background area and I wanted this to only print the flowers. So they can be whatever color I want the flowers to be, even though this particular plant was like a pale yellow flower. I decided I wanted to try a lot of different colors. But because this outline is pretty nice and crisp, I still have the option of printing it black and white only. So you've got some options here. Every print's gonna be different, even though it's the same plate, because you're gonna have the ink roll out and it won't be perfect. So you'll have little speckles where it didn't print. You might have some white, or you might not line it up exactly perfect every time. I try to get it as close as I can, but that's kind of the charm of it, is that you have ones that are different from each other. Even these two that kind of have the same color scheme. This one's a little more crisp, this one's a little more faded looking. So that's printing, and that's how you use these to make multiple colors of a print. Here's a little bit of footage of me rolling that last ink layer on top. I've already done 2 color layers here. I've already done the green and pink in this case, and there's the black.